Good afternoon. You're listening to Whoop FM 99.9 News at Noon. Work is nearing completion at the Bradley County Courthouse as the column's structural restoration project comes to a close after 4 months of labor. Structural work was completed on January 20, and they hope to be finished with final coating and painting by the end of this week, as long as the temperature remains above 40 degrees. This is Daniel Brantley. Hunter education classes will be offered in February and March in Bradley County. The first set of them will be at Philippi Baptist Church Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, February 20 through the 24th from 6 to 9 p.m., and they will shoot on Saturday, February 25th. You must attend all classes to be certified. You must be 9 years of age on or before the first day of class. Bring your social security number and a pencil to class. To register, call Sam Hicks at 423-584-0718. The March Hunter education classes will take place at First Baptist Church in Cleveland, Tuesday through Friday, March 6, 8, and 9, 6 to 9, and Saturday, March 10, 8 to noon. You must attend all classes to be certified. To register and for directions, call the rec office at 423-472-6222. North Carolina Democratic Representative Heath Shuler won't seek re-election to the House. The former University of Tennessee quarterback and professional football player who challenged House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi for her post announced in a statement Thursday that he will not seek a fourth House term. Shuler said he and his family had discussed him running for governor before deciding against it earlier this week. Shuler's statement said he intends to spend more time with his wife and 2 young children. From the police blotter from Chattanoogan.com, Alec Haston and Casey Orr said they were in their vehicle in the parking lot of the Rush when 2 black males and another vehicle circled the parking lot. One of the men got out and brandished a 9mm. The robbers collected 20 buckaroos and left in their dark-colored car. At the Brandon Walmart, security personnel said Benjamin Pascal and a juvenile selected 13 video games and tried to hide them in a backpack. The 2 were charged with theft under $500. Edritha Rulin said she arrived home at Parkway Drive from school and noticed a large tree limb in her backyard. She then saw that the limb had been used to knock out a rear window and the house had been ransacked. She's missing 2 gold necklaces, a gold bracelet with diamonds, a checkbook, and a pair of polo boots. Total loss, $900. The operator of the Gas and Go on Dodge Avenue said someone drove off with the gas hose still attached to his or her truck. 2 doors fell off the pump and it was, quote, lopsided. The driver of the large old Chevy truck did not hang around to survey the damage. At an apartment on Greendale, Kim Holliday said she met Don Dunn over the internet and he came to stay with her. She said he had been there for 2 weeks when she left and returned home to find Dunn and all his clothes missing. Also not in sight was her 42-inch Panasonic TV. You're listening to Whoop FM 99.9. This is Daniel Brantley. Good afternoon. This is News at Noon, WOOP 99.9, whoopfm.com. This is Daniel Brantley. A bloody and beaten head bashed in by a baseball bat. The latest and perhaps most vicious violence on Northcrest Circle. Nearby neighbor Gene Goins said it seems to be escalating. The violence seems to be escalating to a point where I'm afraid someone will be killed. She says fights, trespassing, littering, and noise violations are all part of daily life at the apartments. She says the answer is locking up those suckers who are responsible. Tennessee issued 12,571 photo IDs for voters between July 1 and January 30. Under a Republican-backed law that took effect January 1st, all Tennessee voters must display state or federally issued photo identification to vote. Republicans say the law is necessary to prevent voter fraud, but Democrats and other critics charge the measure as part of a national movement by the GOP and their allies to discourage the elderly, minorities, and students from voting. Democrats have introduced legislation in the General Assembly this year to gut the new law. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has issued an endangered child alert of East Tennessee. It is for 14-year-old Kristen Comrott and 16-year-old Amber Henry. Kirsten was allegedly abducted by Joshua Crow and Dustin Elliott on January 31st of this year. They may be en route to Johnson City, Tennessee, traveling in a 2000 white Buick Park Avenue sedan with Georgia license plate BPR 2690. Amber may also be traveling with these individuals. If you have any information on the whereabouts of these children, call your local police department or 1-800-TBI-FIND. And in sports, girls preparatory school in Chattanooga defeated St. Benedict in the team's first ever appearance in the finals, thereby becoming state champions, claiming the title with 6-2 wins in all 3 matches.
Cleveland High School standout quarterback Chad Wojtek, who will soon be trading his Raider blue for Pittsburgh's blue and gold. Wojtek officially made Panthers the future home of his already storied football career. The young ball slinger capped his high school career with a trip to the Army All-American Bowl in San Antonio, where Wojtek capped his performance on a national stage by running past some of the best high school defenders in the nation and scoring a touchdown.
The Cleveland Wrestling Blue Raiders will be competing in the state duels tournament in Franklin beginning tonight. They face a tough battle for the right to display the championship trophy in their already impressive trophy case. Win or not, head coach Eric Phillips said the Blue Raiders are already winners. Now for a special report.
Witness says he saw Herman shoot Timmons outside the East Chattanooga bar. Detective Carl Fields told the criminal court jury on Thursday that as many as 100 people were at the scene of a fatal shooting outside a bar in East Chattanooga on July the 4th, 2010, and none of them would have given any information. But eventually 3 witnesses came forward, and all 3 testified they saw Jamul Herman chase down 29-year-old Jerome Timmons and shoot him in the back. On Thursday, Eugene Orr told the jury he saw Herman shoot Timmons in the back as he fled from a parking lot into Glass Street outside the Palace Bar. He said he went up to the victim who was lying on his side. I rolled him over and started talking to him.
And now for a special report.
Police said some of the patrons at Boss Hogg's Bar on 23rd Street thought it was a joke when several black males came in wearing masks and gloves early Sunday morning. They were shaken to reality when one member of the group fired a single round from an AK-47 assault rifle into the ceiling. Tristan Cooper, 29, is due in General Sessions Court next Tuesday on multiple charges in the incident. A 15-year-old and a 14-year-old were also arrested.
And now for a special report.
All right, we have some exclusive Whoop breaking news right now, folks. This is history. Right here in the middle of the broadcast, we have the Matador. He's come in. We've flown him all the way back from Vegas just to do this, to unveil to you listeners today on this Friday some really important news. Randy, Matador, tell us, what are your favorite foods?
My favorite foods are chitlins. I like chitlins. I like spaghettis.
With the meatballs or without?
I like it with the meat over a chicken breast.
Right. Okay.
And I also like turnip greens and sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese.
All right. That's unbelievable, folks. We are making history here today. Cannot believe we are breaking this ahead of everybody else. Now, Matador.
Yes.
The other big news story today, do you have any tattoos?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We have got a rumor here, unconfirmed report. You have a tattoo of a big naked white woman on your back. True or false?
That is a false statement.
Okay.
I have a little bitty circle, pin-sized circle, on my back.
Okay. All right. Last question. Do you have $50 I can borrow?
Do you have a cosigner?
All right. I cannot believe this. Unbelievable. Making history today. Thank you, Matador. Now back to Vegas. We know you got to get to the airport.
I've got to go. You'll find us mostly at an airplane station. You call us traveling salesman. But I'm not selling you any bull. It's a real fact. Let's have a great Friday. It's better to be safe than sorry.
And now for a special report.
Whoop FM, this is Jeff Renfro with some very serious news. Donald Trump endorses Mitt Romney for president. Can you believe this? Trump injected himself into the race for the Republican nomination for president, endorsing Mitt Romney just days before Nevada voters head to the polls to decide who they want to take on President Obama in November. Mitt is tough. He is smart, Trump said, with Romney at his side at this brief announcement at a Las Vegas hotel. In other news, these are the droids we're looking for. More breaking news here, folks, delivered to you from Jeff Renfro. Gisele Bundchen's supermodel calls for Super Bowl prayers for her husband, the annoying Tom Brady. He may be the quarterback in his family, but is his wife the one throwing the Hail Marys? We're reporting to you exclusively today that supermodel Gisele emailed friends and family imploring them to pray hard for her husband to win Sunday's Super Bowl against Eli Manning and the Giants. My sweet friends and family, the email began, this Sunday will be a really important day in my husband's life. He and his team worked so hard to get to this point, and now they need us more than ever to send them positive energy so they can win the Super Bowl. In other news, Darth Vader did not die at the end of Star Wars. It's just in, oh my gosh. President Barack Obama sought to emphasize his Christian faith on Thursday, telling a key election year voting bloc that he prays every morning and has crafted elements of his economic policies in line with Jesus' teachings. Obama, who rarely goes to church and speaks far less about, good God, about his religion than his White House predecessors, told about 3,000 people at a national prayer breakfast that the challenges facing the United States required him to listen to God, avoid phony religion, and pursue bold action in the face of resistance or indifference. In other news, Admiral Akbar is convinced this is a trap and I need a gin and tonic.
Herbert and Zelmyra Fisher of North Carolina have been married 85 years. It'll be 86 in May 2011. They hold the Guinness World Record for the longest marriage of a living couple. Zelmyra is 101 years old and Herbert's 104. They have 5 children, 10 grandchildren, 9 great-grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild. They had this to say about their relationship. With each day that passed, our relationship was more solid and secure. Divorce was never an option or even a thought. They went on to say that there's no secret to our marriage. We just did what was needed for each other and our family. A West Palm Beach man has adopted his 42-year-old girlfriend. John Goodman is being charged for the death of Scott Wilson and is also facing a lawsuit from the deceased's parents. Authorities said Goodman drove drunk at twice the legal limit and sped through a stop sign, killing Wilson. An attorney for Goodman said his client decided on the adoption of his girlfriend, Heather Hutchins, for estate planning purposes and to ensure protection of both his and her minor children and the stability of all the family investments. By adopting his girlfriend, she is now entitled to 1/3 of the beneficiary interest in his trust. Because she's over the age of 35, she'll be able to receive her share immediately. The couple has been dating since 2009. She is now Goodman's 3rd legal child. A new planet, probably a rocky super-Earth, has been found squarely within its star's habitable zone, making it one of the best candidates yet to support life. The planet, dubbed GJ667cc, orbits a red dwarf star 22 light-years from Earth in the constellation Scorpio. A binary pair of orange dwarf stars are part of the same system. The new planet has a mass 4.5 times that of Earth and orbits its host star every 28 days, and if the planet has a rocky surface and an atmosphere, it could support liquid water and maybe life, said co-discoverer Guillaume Anglada Esquide. You're listening to Whoop FM News at Noon. Find us on whoopfm.com, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 10 for Old Town Cleveland. Have a wonderful day.